one instance, a woman named Carly said that Harry wooed her from the very beginning and conceded to sharing explicit photos with him. After 6 months, Carly says Harry called it off. Other women came forward sharing similar stories. One woman named Hannah said she knew Sisson since they were young, and that he is allegedly predatory and manipulative.
When girls say stupid shit like, oh, I was manipulated by a narcissist, here's a reality, ladies, that you motherfuckers don't want to accept. If a man was able to manipulate you, right, and you call him a narcissist, you're just mad that he was able to use your strategy against you better than you. The takeaway is this, right? And this comes from a tweet here. Harry Sisson convinced 11 different women that he had no roster and respected them for more than their bodies while persuading them to send explicit photos of themselves through Snapchat, including one from a domestic abuse survivor. When the women discovered each other one by one, he called them all insane and attempted to coerce one of them into telling the public that the photos were fake. Requested the reader set political differences to the side. I believe both sides of the aisle could agree that this unacceptable behavior from man-child will collect the over 2 billion followers.
Falcon punch!
Yo, and then look, the nigga's, damn, you're sexy. Then she goes, pish, stop. And then this nigga says, I'd fuck you raw after wine tasting, but that's just me. This nigga a dog. Yo, respect.
Live, don't read on live. Yeah, I saw about this. Like, actually, lunatics. Like, genuinely, they are. This individual in question is insane.
Wait, who is that?
And so, I'll send. Yeah, I can share with Chris. I'll send a screenshot. Yeah, no, like legitimately, Chris and I have been talking about this for days now.
Uh-oh.
This individual
Wait,
is
who?
fucking crazy.
Wait, what?
If you want to support the live,
Bro,
it's
that
incredible
bro.
matches. I'm saying, dude. I am saying.
No. You be good out there, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at these fucking soy boys. Now, here's what makes this shit even funnier, right? What makes this shit funny is if you go to this nigga's profile, right? Harry Sisson, right? Go to his profile. What's his pin post? November 6, 2024, right? You guys see this? Let's look at that. November 6, 2024. America failed women tonight. Trump bullied, assaulted, and stripped reproductive rights away from women all across the country. And instead of standing against it, many voted for it. We have failed our daughters, mothers, and sisters. And mind you, this is pinned on his profile right fucking now. All right? Mr. Champion of all women, Mr. America failed women, Mr. I'm a feminist, Mr. I'm politically correct, Mr. I'm liberal, right? Mr. Anti-toxic masculinity is doing all the toxically masculine shit that the bitches fucking complain about. And this is what I mean when I say that these soy boys, right? These guys that be out here caping for women, they're all frauds, chat. They're all frauds. At least with me, I openly admit that I'm a womanizer. I openly admit that I think that they're inferior. I openly admit that we got to be the guy that they were deferred to. I openly admit that a lot of them are stupid bimbos. I keep it real. But these guys over here want to sit here and champion women and say dumbass shit like this and keep it pinned to their profile. But behind the scenes, they're over here fucking dogging these bitches out, man. Like this dumb bitch can't even fucking tell a story properly. She's so fucking hurt. This retarded ass shit bitch turned on the camera, talked to her for like 9 minutes, and none of us know what the fuck she said. Her story was trash. We don't even know what the fuck. No timeline, no cohesiveness, no coherency, just absolute. Well, he sent me this text. Look, let me show you a picture of it. Shit's all fucking the other way around. This bitch is retarded. She's absolutely retarded. But look, she's so fucking emotional right now, so pissed off, that she decided that she was put this on the internet. And niggas still don't know what the fuck's going on. Right? But yeah, he has this shit pinned on his profile. So here we go. We got these guys over here talk about it as well. Let's see what these niggas got to say.
Media, but is it warranted? I actually say no. We'll get to that. Republican state delegate.
This guy's a soy boy too. Fantastic.
and Precinct Chair Sarah Fields has written a thread on social media about Sisson that went very viral yesterday. In it, she discusses Sisson being accused of luring 11 women into sending him explicit photos and lying to them by saying he had no roster, I guess, of attractive women he was talking to. Fields alleges that one of these women was a domestic abuse survivor, although, again, what the relevance of that is anyone's guess. Fields writes, a request to the reader, set political differences to the side. I believe both sides of the aisle can agree that this is unacceptable behavior from a man-child with collectively over 2 million followers.
And I love how they call it like a man-child. See, this is what women do, right? When they lose the game or the guy has an advantage, they'll sit there and they'll try to attack you. They'll say you're toxic. They'll say you're an asshole. They'll say you're a man-child. Like they'll name call you because they lost. Now, you guys got to understand something when it comes to women, right? Females rarely, if ever, take L's against men. I'm going to say this again. Women rarely, if ever, take L's against men. Okay? Most women run circles around men. Absolutely run circles around them. Whether it's sexually, extracting resources, extracting time, most women run circles around men. So if you're able to get one over on a girl, whether you finesse sex or you finesse something out of them, money, whatever, they're not going to forget that shit. They're going to be very angry. Okay? The whole term, hell hath no fear like a woman scorned, since women rarely take L's, they don't know how to act and behave when they do get an L. Okay? So, I'll give you guys a perfect example. A lot of you guys like to make fun of Fresh, right? Oh, Fresh a loser. He can't talk. Right? But one thing that you can't take away from Fresh is that he's very good with the ladies, right? Guy has women all the time, right? Now, as much as people make fun of him and say, oh, well, you dated Miss China, who was an escort, blah, blah, blah. What you guys, but some of you guys also say, oh, yeah, well, he tricked off on her. Well, here's the thing. If he had tricked off on her as much as people think, she wouldn't have went nuclear the way that she went. She wouldn't have been calling him, lying, saying that I'm pregnant, I'm going to, and try to get a reaction from him while recording it, right? Planning her great, media come up of where she's going to use this to go on podcast. Like, understand, guys, that this was premeditated. She called him, recorded it, and used it as leverage to go on multiple big podcasts of our adversaries. Okay? So this was planned. A woman doesn't do something diabolical like that unless she feels as though she's been wronged. Okay? Now, mind you, Miss China is a 304. Her career is being a 304, right? So she's used to getting the better end of men for most of her life. This is the first time that a guy has finessed her, which is what Fresh did. She said she wanted an apartment. He said no. He got what he wanted. She didn't get what she wanted. She goes back to New York angry. That's when she hatched up this plan and did all this. Because if he was paying her as much as people say and simp and all this other stuff, she wouldn't feel so fucking wronged and go, do all this shit. So the fact that she responded the way that she did proves that he finessed her, not the other way around. And I use that as an example, guys, to let you understand that attractive women, or women in general even, rarely if ever get played by men. In a woman's lifetime, especially if she's hot, she might get played by a guy 2, 3, 4, 5 times. But for those 3 to 5 men that played them, they've played thousands. Whether it's getting free attention, free dinner dates, free lunches, free groceries, getting their bills paid, whatever. Like, women are almost always able to maintain the upper hand in most romantic situations or situations where there's the opposite gender involved. Okay? They just win most of the time. So whenever you see shit like this happen, it's rare. And women don't really know how to react. I tell you guys all the time that women don't have game. This is true. They don't need to. Also, women have no frame when they get played because they don't have to. Rarely ever happens. But when it does happen, they go crazy. Like this dumb bitch right here. This idiot literally made a 9-minute video that didn't make sense. Showing text messages all flipped around and shit. Couldn't string together a coherent sentence or story. She's an idiot. But again, she's so fucking mad at this situation that she took to TikTok, didn't plan anything out, and just started blah, 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 blah. We kind of get the gist of her story, but it was awful. And she realized that her story didn't make sense at the end. Like, does it make sense? No, dumb. No, it doesn't. Bomba. And I'm not about to watch that shit again. But yeah, that's what I mean when I'm telling you guys women don't take L's. And when they do, they go for your jugular. Because they don't know how to deal with it. We take L's all the time, right? It's a part of the game as a man. But for them, it's not.
Gathered footage of some of the women speaking out and summarized their sentiments.
In one instance, a woman named Carly said that Harry wooed her from the very beginning and conceded to sharing explicit photos with him. After 6 months, Carly says Harry called it off. Carly said Sisson should have made his intentions more clear since he allegedly told her she was wifey material and that he...
Bombocat!
See, look, even this soy boy nigga laughing. He even knows that's cap.
was sold on her wifey application. Carly also says she was dealing...
Yo, let me find out Harry's out here playing these stupid ass 304s, man. Yo.
with depression after a traumatic car accident, and that Harry allegedly pounced and took advantage of her sadness. Carly...
Bro, again, see, look. Never taking accountability. I was vulnerable. I just had a car accident. And he was so charming, and it's fucked up. Look. Modern women got to understand. It's one of two things. Either A, we're going to give you guys all the rights that you want, where you have the ability to choose and do whatever you want, but that comes with accountability and consequences. Or B, we're going to just keep you guys in the fucking kitchen and y'all can't do nothing. You live under male authority only. But you can't sit there and say, I'm an adult. I'm able to make sound, rational decisions. I have 100% autonomy. Then go ahead and complain and cry when said autonomy leads to results that you dislike. And this is one of my biggest problems with feminism and the liberation of women movement in general. Because what we've effectively done as a society is we give women all the same rights and privileges as men while giving them the accountability of fucking children. I'm going to say that again. We give women all the same rights and privileges as men. However, we give them the accountability of fucking children. And I'm like one of the few people on the internet that calls out this wild, ludicrous double standard that we need to fix. Because the reason why we need to fix this is because women use this to their advantage, like with the Me Too movement, where they make really bad sexual decisions. They consented at the time. Then they wake up, get buyer's remorse. Maybe a boyfriend finds out that they're doing some hoe shit, breaks up with them. Now they want to go ahead and say, oh, I was raped. I was raped. That's where we are now. Look at Harvey Weinstein. I agree with Candace Owens. I think he's innocent. I think a lot of these women fucking lied on his ass. They wanted a role. They sucked some. They felt bad after that. And then they come back 10, 15 years later. Oh, yeah, he raped me. And the fact that Harvey Weinstein was prosecuted on a lot of this shit, right, goes to show you guys that though women have equal rights and equal authority as men, they don't have any responsibility. And that's kind of where we are. And right now, this fucking anchor here, he even sees the craziness. This guy's clearly a soy boy, maybe plays for the other team, but even he sees how ridiculous it is to say, oh yeah, Harry, he was a predator. I was vulnerable after a car accident. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. But no one checks women on this shit. I'm like one of the only niggas on the internet that does this. Me, Andrew Tate, people in the red pill. But guys, remember, the red pill is like a very small fucking portion of the internet. Everybody else like buys this fucking bullshit all day. Oh, sorry, sweetheart. We feel so bad for you. Oh, that man was an asshole. We never question a woman, ever. We only automatically assume the guy was wrong. Every time. Every single time the guy's wrong. We never ask the woman, hey, what did you do to lead to that? You think maybe you were being rude a little bit? You think maybe you were being disrespectful? You know? You didn't see any red flags when you saw that he had 3 baby mamas? You didn't see any red flags when you were talking to the guy that he might be a womanizer? And they saw all of it. They did. But they choose to not do anything about it. Because trust me, guys, women are very observant. A woman will know right away if you're getting women or not by the way you speak when you talk to them. They know. They know. But the difference is, when they know, they just kind of say, you know? They just pretend it's not there. It's amazing how women can like manufacture like stories in their mind, right? They got like an active imagination.
Carly said, I'm fighting for accountability, not only for myself, but on behalf of everyone who believed this guy was someone he's not.
Wait,
Fields
what?
also mentions a woman named...
I'm fighting for accountability? Hold on. No way this bitch said this. Hold on, bro. Hold on.
In one instance, a woman named Carly said that Harry wooed her from the very beginning and conceded to sharing explicit photos with him. After 6 months, Carly says Harry called it off. Carly said Sisson should have made his intentions more clear since he allegedly told her she was wifey material and that he was sold on her wifey application. Carly also says she was dealing with depression after a traumatic car accident and that Harry allegedly pounced and took advantage of her sadness. Carly said, I'm fighting for accountability, not only for myself, but on behalf of everyone who believed this guy was someone he's not.
Bitch, you're not taking accountability. The fucking irony is insane, bro. You guys see what I'm talking about? Bruh. Yo. Do you guys see now why the red pill is so fucking important? See, if we were normies looking at this shit, we'd be like, oh my God. This is so sad. Meanwhile, we're over here breaking this shit down like The Undertaker. Accountability for you? You're not even taking accountability yourself, bitch. Fuck out of here. But normies look at this shit and they say, oh my God, I feel so bad for her. Harry's a predator. But us, we're smart enough to know, no, bitch, you wanted to talk to him. You sent some nude pictures of yourself because you got clout, 2 million followers on TikTok. Maybe you thought he was handsome. Maybe you like the soy boy look, who knows? But you made the decision to do that. Oh, I was battling depression after a car accident. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut up.
Fields also mentions a woman named Sarah. Sisson allegedly told Sarah she was the only one he was talking to. Per Fields, Sarah allegedly...
Yo, even the anchor can't hold it back. Even this nigga laughing. Like, man, these bitches are stupid. Yeah, even this nigga laughing, bro. Come on, look at the smile. He's fighting to hold back that smile, this guy. He's like, man, these bitches are retarded.
Shared explicit photos of herself as well. Other women came forward sharing similar stories. One woman named Hannah said she knew Sisson since they were young and that he is allegedly predatory and manipulative. It's just rumor mongering at this point.
Predatory. Yeah, okay. Like, you bitches don't have the ability to say no. Yo. Bro said you're the only one. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. These guys that be simping for female approval, right? With stupid shit like this pinned on their Twitter, right? Nigga has this shit pinned on his Twitter. America failed women tonight. Bro, these guys be the worst ones, bro. These guys that simp for the women, they be the worst ones, dude. I'm telling you, man. So, man. Hold on one sec. Where was this?
Marianne?
Fields ended her thread by writing, I do not condone the behavior of these women, but I do know what it feels like to be manipulated by a narcissist when I was younger.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up. Whenever girls say this, I got manipulated by a narcissist. Bro, women are the biggest fucking narcissists. Let's talk facts. Let's talk fucking facts. Women are way bigger narcissists than men on average. If I take the average dude and the average chick, I guarantee you she's gonna have a higher level of narcissism than the man. Way more. And there's biological reasons for that. Women are interested, I mean, all human beings are interested in self-preservation, but for women, it's not just self-preservation for her, it's self-preservation for her child. Women are literally designed to be more narcissistic and solipsistic, which means caring a lot about themselves and the inability to empathize with other individuals, especially men. They don't give a fuck about our experiences. Women don't have to understand us to attract us. We have to understand them to attract them. It's not the same. So when girls say stupid shit like, oh, I was manipulated by a narcissist, here's a reality, ladies, that you motherfuckers don't want to accept. If a man was able to manipulate you, right, and you call him a narcissist, you're just mad that he was able to use your strategy against you better than you. Okay? I'm gonna say that again for you niggas. When a woman says, oh, he's narcissistic and manipulative, blah, 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 translation. This man was able to use the same strategies that I employ on other men and beat me at my own game. And I'm not happy about it. So I'm going to call him out for using the same fucking strategy that I use when I deal with men. That's what it really fucking translates to. Women absolutely hate it when you use their game against them, okay? Here's their game, you flip it against them, and you beat them, they get angry. They get really mad. And then they call you the very terms that they embody. They'll call you self-centered. They'll call you narcissistic. If she's smart enough, then she'll call you solipsistic, not knowing that these are actually all the traits that she has. You just played the game better than them.
Plenty of reactions on social media. Podcaster Josie Glabeck, known as the redheaded libertarian, wrote on X, "Wait, you're telling me that Harry Sisson is a textbook male feminist who preys on vulnerable women? No way."
Telling you, bro. Guys, make no mistake about it, guys. This is a valid form of game, okay? There's different forms of game. There's like the bad boy game, the provider game, the nice guy game, and then there is this level here where you are the male feminist, female suffrage game. Now, this type of game isn't employed as much, obviously, because you need some status and clout to be able to do it. But a lot of guys employ this kind of game. You guys want to know who else employs this kind of game? I saw someone put in the chat earlier, he's up on game. Hassan Piker does the same exact shit. A lot of these famous liberal dudes, they use the fact that they are champions for women to get women. This is why they have pro-feminist ideologies. Okay? They champion female suffrage. They fight for women's rights. But these guys be some of the biggest fucking snakes. Dean Withers, same shit. All these dudes use I'm a male feminist game. These big left-wing political commentators. Hell, even Destiny employed some of it, right? With some of these chicks. So, hey, it works. It does work.
Media company Being Libertarian wrote on X, Harry Sisson is a bad person, but this isn't a scandal.
It's not a scandal at all. Girls got played and they're mad. That's all it is. I can't believe I'm defending Harry Sisson right now, but yeah, these bitches are mad that they lost their own game.
It's the culmination of what every parent should be warning girls when they get a cell phone: don't talk to liberals. So, as you could probably tell by my editorializing as I was reading, I saw this brewing on social media and suggested we talk about it. Harry Sisson is as far from me in terms of ideology or activist behavior as one could possibly be, but I like to defend people even when I don't agree with them if I think they're being unfairly smeared. And these accusations are complete shit, and it is laughable to me that he talked to a couple different women, and he told that you're the one, but he was talking to some other. Wow, alert the media.
It never happened.
What the crime, burn him at the stake. Get the pitchforks and lighter fluid. It is insane that people thought this was a story. It is the biggest controversy of all time. And we're doing it as a story in order to say that it is not a story.
Yeah, it's not a story.
This is normal, I don't know how old it's 20-year-old or something behave like, get over yourselves, girls. That's what I have to say.
There is a bigger story here, though, a bigger issue anyway, and that has to do with trial by social media. And I know about this myself. When you were tried in a court of law, there were rules of due process. So anybody can say anything about you on social media. And if you're in a court of law, if you did something that conceivably was against the law, then your counsel gets to cross-examine the witness against you and so forth. When you were tried in social media, and I know all about how this works, the smears, and it's coming from someone, and it can be very, very dangerous because people can easily fall prey, even people who think...
Well, here's the thing. Not only that, but like men get we get no platform. Like people always believe the women. Like unless they're like me or some shit like that, they're red pill aware, 99% of people are going to believe the women. And actually think Harry Sisson is like a manipulative, evil person. But I just see it was a dude that ran game and these women are stupid. That's really what it is.
Oh, I don't just listen to what I hear on the internet about somebody, but then they absolutely do. So we all have to remember that when you hear whatever it is about somebody on social media, they did this or they did that, please don't necessarily think that it's true because there is a way to make almost anybody look bad. And
yes.
He sounds like a jerk, and being a jerk is not against the law.
Exactly. And then we're hitting, one-sided, we're adjudicating some...
I was manipulated by a man.
A romantic relationship or entanglement, hearing just one side.
I don't know what made me send him those pictures.
Yeah, this dude's sus, but hey, he gets it though.
No, that's exactly the issue. I agree with exactly what you were saying. Cancel culture on social media.
But if he
so
talks
vicious.
like he's a feminist, then that's really, I'm not trying to defend him as a human being. I'm just trying to point out that this is smut, actually. I don't know why we're covering it, actually.
Yeah, well, I wanted to cover it because I like.
Because he's a liberal. That's why you wanted to.
No, but I'm doing that. I wanted to defend. I wanted to show that I will defend people, even if I don't agree with them politically, when I think they're being unfairly attacked, as he is here.
Okay.
And I think the way
That is true. I agree as well.
that social media,
He's a soy boy liberal, but this is bullshit.
like you were saying, facilitates the canceling, the shaming, the smearing of people who are victims of a one-sided agenda is very pernicious. And also, and actually, this speaks to what I was talking about in my radar earlier. And this is another point I wanted to make. This is why young people, you want to know why young men are drifting to the right? It's because there is a shaming, smearing, attacking culture against young men in progressive media elite circles.
Well, hold
that
on,
drives
because-
them.
Oh, shit! Yo! Sus boy spitting right now. Holy! Yes! My friend. Literally hit the nail on the head. This is exactly why people are going ahead and watching people like me, like Andrew Tate, like Sneeko, like Nick Fuentes. Like, people are swinging more conservative, especially men, because the left doesn't respect or like them. That's why you got idiots like Harry Sisson over here having to do dumb shit like this, put this dumbass tweet up and pin it on his profile, pin of shame, right? To try to get acceptance from the left. Because men are inherently evil in the liberal progressive world. This is true. And you can't be a man. I mean, look, Harry Sisson is acting like every other nigga, but what are they doing? They're trying to drag him right now. Literally. He's acting like the rest of us. Obviously, he's been a snake about it, but we know what he's doing. We know he's a womanizer. He's using a different strategy, but that's fine. But what are they trying to do? They're dragging him right now. And the big reason why I wanted to cover this story was to let you guys know this is what happens when you try to be a fucking nice guy, a liberal. You try to, be nice to women. You might as well just be honest and say that they're useless bimbos 99% of the time and need to be making sandwiches. He would have been way better off if he would just kept it real, bro. Keep it at 1,000 with you guys. Right? He would have been better off. But this is true. This is why so many men have began voting for the Republican side, have begun to be a bit more conservative in their viewpoints, because the left and progressiveness does not accept us. Okay, guys, you guys understand that? Like, the left and progressiveness does not accept us. If you're a red-blooded, masculine man who believes in protecting and providing for women, the left does not like you and thinks you are toxically masculine. Okay? That's the truth. And this is why so many people don't like the Democrat Party. This is why so many people went out and voted for Trump. This is why so many people shit on and roast Harry Sisson and Dean Withers all the time on X. Because we all know that this liberal agenda is not natural. We know it's a lie. And it's being exposed right now. I guarantee you, Dean Withers is on this shit too, probably womanizing and doing all this fuck shit as well.